to please pause what you're doing and just listen, because it hit me. But this is something that I think that someone needs to hear today, and it can change your outlook for the rest of your days. I was thinking, sitting with my thoughts, and I had to remind myself, it just hit me. I had to remind myself that I needed to be in this moment. Just be in this moment and trust that one day it will all make sense. Every piece of my lived experience will all make sense. And because I trust that it will all make sense, I just need to be present in the moment and enjoy my walk. Hey there, welcome or welcome back. As you know, if you don't, maybe you don't. On this channel, we talk about how in this life, it's not only me and it's not only you, but life's ups and downs are universal. So today, I wanted to talk about dealing with closed doors in life. When doors close in our life, how to deal with them. And I want to read a quote. Let me grab it. And it says, and then it's a quote that stopped me in my tracks, and it sparked the thought of this video. So it reads, sometimes doors close even when we beg them to stay open, because we are being protected from what we cannot yet see. I want to read it again, and let's really sit with it and hear the meat of what this quote is saying, because this will change your outlook on life. Sometimes doors close even when we beg them to stay open, because we are being protected from what we cannot yet see. It's hard. It's definitely hard when that door closes, but having the confidence and having the belief and having the faith and having the trust that it happened for your good. It happened for my good. And I'm going to be okay. So let's dive into trusting the timing and not just trusting the plan, because we can get so overwhelmed and consumed with the plan happening, the plan occurring, and it's like, really, the timing is where we can get some of our calmness, our sanity back, so to speak, because there's a lot of things in life that can drain you when you focus on the timing. A lot of things. So within, trusting the timing and not just the plan, understanding that the detours that we experience in life, they are simply ways around what is being, constructed or worked on. And at some point, whatever it is will be ready. That plan can come to maturity. But if you try to get to that route before it was time, you might experience some rough terrain. You might experience, it might not go how you want it to go because the timing wasn't right. So learning to trust the timing can be a beautiful thing, a very beautiful thing. It's not easy, but it can definitely be a beautiful thing. You can even think of it like, okay, here's a practical example, right? There was maybe a job you wanted that you didn't get. You were, reaching out to people. You prayed, you cried, you doubted yourself, right? You had a lot of strong emotions associated with getting this job. And then, maybe later you found out that, oh, they were doing layoffs, or oh, that place was really toxic, or whatever it could be that you were ultimately being protected from, but you didn't see it as protection at the time because it was something that was part of your plan. You wanted it so badly. You had, a strong desire for it, and it did not come to fruition. So this is what I mean when I say, things can definitely be for your protection. Not necessarily that you want it or are excited about it, but it's for your protection. And similar to the first, right? The second thing is closed doors are protection. I want to read this to you. We grieve closed doors because we can only see half of the picture. What feels like rejection is actually redirection. What feels like loss is actually love. I believe it's love from a higher place. Keeping you from what would cost you more than you know. So understand that. And, these things that we experience, that we want or desire so badly, maybe it's a relationship. Maybe you fought for that relationship. Maybe you compromised yourself for that relationship. And ultimately, you tried everything you can do to make it work, and it still ended. And you were distraught. You were heartbroken. But one day you meet someone, and you forget all about the heartbreak, the strain, the difficulties that you were experiencing in that prior situation. And maybe now in this situation, there is no more performance-based love. It's less conditional. And now you see that what was once a form of punishment, or so you thought, it was actually protection. Okay, and here's where I want to land. Being present is an act of faith. And I want to read this to you. Choose to enjoy the now. You can enjoy the now even if you have not figured out everything. This is I believe one of the most powerful acts that you can do is walking in faith. Even if I don't see the end result, I'm walking. I'm present. I'm enjoying my life right now. I'm not postponing the enjoyment of life until X, Y, and Z. You can think about a puzzle, right? There are pieces of a puzzle scattered all across the table. I don't know if you've done one of those 500-piece puzzles or those. It doesn't make sense when you scatter all those pieces out on the table. Honestly, it looks like a very big mess, to be frank. It does. It looks like a really big mess. But that box typically shows you the end result. And you might know, what your goal is or what your desired end result is. And right, that every single one of those pieces, it belongs. Just don't know exactly where. You can correlate that to the timing. You don't know exactly where it goes, but you know that all of those pieces belong. So when you get enough of those things lined up, you yourself can begin to see that picture on the table just a little bit clearer. I would say that your life is like that puzzle, right? There are pieces on the table, lots of pieces on the table, and you don't necessarily know when it's a piece's turn to be added to. Oh, that was a little pothole. You don't necessarily know when it's a piece's turn to be joined to another piece, when an actual life event will occur, or how you're gonna meet the love of your life, or get the raise, or start the business, or have the child, or get the dog, or have an experience with a parent. or take a trip, buy a house, move across country, get an apartment somewhere, have a roommate, whatever the things are. You don't know when those things will be. But if you keep, piecing around, moving around those pieces, you know that eventually that picture will become clearer. All right, so I want to read that quote one more time, and it should penetrate. It should hit you a little bit differently this time. So let's give it a go. Sometimes doors close even when we beg them to stay open, because we are being protected from what we cannot yet see. That door didn't close to hurt you. I believe it closed to help you in your walk in life. And I'm confident enough to say that one day, I believe you will look back and it will all make sense. Because I'm experiencing pieces of it making sense, right? That prior moments, prior months, prior days, prior years, this now would not have made sense. So I encourage you to keep walking, keep living, keep being present, and stop postponing your happiness, your confidence, your lived experience. Stop postponing, embracing and enjoying the now. Okay, my sunshine. So I will say, the next time that a door slams in your face, any door in life, whatever it may be, please do not just stand there knocking. Turn around and trust and know that something better is being prepared for you. Something better is truly being prepared for you. And honestly, it could just be waiting for you to find it. It's already prepared. Could be waiting for you to find it. So trust the process, please. I know that's so cliche, right? Ick. But be here, be present, trust the process. And I want you to remember that you are exactly where you need to be right now, right in this very moment. You are exactly where you need to be. If you got anything from this video, I would like for you to share it with someone. You can just click that arrow button and you can text it to someone, you could email it to someone, you can, however you get them the link, give them the link. Because you don't know who you could be, whose life you could be impacting right now with sharing that. So give this video a thumbs up. If you have not already subscribed, we would love to have you. We are a group of people that are looking to improve ourselves, more importantly, our mindset. And that will ultimately improve our experience throughout life. So again, if you have not already subscribed, you can subscribe to the channel, share this video with someone that came to mind, give it a thumbs up so that others can find this video. And I love you so much for watching. Go be present, have an amazing day, and I'll see you in the next video. Leave a comment too, because I want to do more comment shout outs. Okay, bye.